we kind of got word that Ricochet's contract is coming to an end, and word is that he gave notice to WWE that he wasn't going to re-sign. And then something contradictory came from, I think it was Dave Meltzer, says, well, yeah, no, it's true, his contract's up, but he hasn't made a decision. And then I think it was Wrestling Purists that contradicted that and said, no, he's definitely given notice, and he's going to be leaving. And then Dave Meltzer, I guess, did a little bit more research, and he said, it looks like he's going to be leaving. It's not official, but, Raw could be his last show. And then Monday Night Raw comes, and he was all over the show, and they did an angle where he stood up for Ilya Dragunov, and he kind of saved him from a post-match beatdown. And he actually looked really good in this segment, and I'm like, wow, that's a weird way to write him off. Mm-hmm. And then they go backstage, and they wrote him off. Mm-hmm. They redid the lawn dart spot from WCW. And then they redid the CM Punk, the Jack Perry hook spot from All In, and put him through a windshield, and that was it. And then he went off in an ambulance. They had Samantha Irvin in tears riding off with him, and everyone's okay. He's done. He's going to AEW. We don't really know when his contract is up. Originally, when they said it was later this summer, I don't know what that means, but the way it was done, it was also done that, they could bring him back. If he was going to resign, I don't think he's resigned. I think he's going to AEW or New Japan, probably AEW. But it's possible they bring him back. And they even announced on Twitter today that he's out for an indeterminate period of time. But if he was, I
think we're still negotiating.
It's very possible. I don't.
There's a certain and it's been going around, a certain buzz because Will Ospreay had an interview where he talked about Ricochet being misused in WWE. Mm-hmm. I sort of disagree.
Oh, I do too.
I think he's ranked right where he should be. I think he's a guy who puts over other athletic, high-flying guys with more personality like Logan Paul and can still put on bangers of matches on Raw week after week. I think Ricochet is one of the best small arena-type acts I've seen live. Especially in Reseda, especially like that. I think he's one of the best high flyers I've ever seen. But I strongly disagreed with Dave Meltzer when he said he was a can't miss when he signed with WWE. Because he can't talk, or he's not a good talker. Let's put it that way. He's done some talking in pre-tapes, and you can pre-tape him pretty well. But we've seen what he can do on top of a promotion in Lucha Underground. I think he comes in. If he comes into AEW, don't get me wrong, he's not going to be Matt Sydal. He's going to get his one banger with Ospreay, probably on a pay-per-view main event. He'll probably get a Dynamite or a secondary one with Phoenix. Maybe. And then he's going to be the top of that glut of young, acrobatic high flyers on your rampages and collisions.
Not so young.
Well, not him, but the others.
Oh, yeah. Like, he'll be in that Kyle O'Reilly.
Top Flight.
Yeah. Well, probably above
Action Andretti, Commander. You're going to get those types of high-flying matches. He'll be on top of them. He'll be in the occasional ladder match to do high spots in terms of the like casino token or whatever the hell they call the matches. He'll be somewhere between Kyle O'Reilly and Orange Cassidy. Somewhere between those two. He'll be half a step below Orange Cassidy, but he'll be right. But this will be after the Ospreay match. He'll be pushed like a god until he does the Ospreay match, and then it's down to the mean.
If you had asked me before he signed with AEW or with WWE, like how he would do, I think how he did would actually surprise me. He won the Intercontinental Championship. He won the U.S. Championship. I'm getting this from Wiki, not memory.
He almost died in his first match in WWE because it was that ladder match at NXT in New Orleans.
Yep.
I remember I was sitting next to our friend Jason. I went, he's going to die at his first match in WWE.
He won the NXT North American Championship. He won the Speed Championship, the SmackDown World Cup, the SmackDown Tag Team Championship #1 contender tournament with Braun, the Dusty Rhodes Classic with Aleister Black, now Malachi Black. I forgot about that one. And he was the NXT year-end Breakout Star of the Year in 2018, and he won a bumpy, sorry. I don't remember this.
And if Tony, I mean, yeah, you can
the
say,
moment of the half year.
he'll be able to have his bangers, which is what everybody wants, which is what Ospreay is talking about. But then he's going to have the same issue that other guys who are highly touted get when they get to AEW. If you don't have your own creative vision there, here we go. He's kind of stealing my thunder a bit. If you don't have your own creative vision and you don't go in there to Tony Khan and fight for it, Tony Khan's not going to sit around thinking of ideas for you. He is not a guy that is scripting out. He goes, hey, you're in a program with Ospreay, you two figure out an angle for it.
So here's the counterpoint. Maybe Ricochet just wants money and to go out there and have good matches. Maybe
I have no problem with that. Get paid.
Yeah. So if he,
but I don't want to hear. I don't want to hear from the AEW faithful about how he's being used properly now. He is perfectly going to be used as he was in WWE. He is going to be the high-flying attraction.
The only difference is he won't be doing bad interviews backstage. He'll just go out there and do his matches. Like, that's it.
We don't know that. He might be doing like best friends types angles in the back and stuff, Yeah,
that's fine. That's fine. I don't
ever say he won't be doing bad interviews somewhere.
Can I give you a hot take? Everyone raves about Ospreay Ricochet from like 7 years ago that I don't think I ever saw. Okay. There would be infinitely more interest in a Logan Paul Ricochet rematch than there would be in an Ospreay Ricochet rematch.
Because Logan Paul would bring you into the building with his mouth.
Yes, yeah.
I like Logan Paul as a wrestler.
The Ospreay
terrible human being. Love him as a wrestler.
The Ospreay Ricochet match will probably be better. I would think.
The one that I always get upset about is that, was it 6-star match out of Reseda, the 6-man that I was in the same building as Dave for.
Oh, was it like the Bucks?
The Bucks and Adam Cole, I think, versus Ospreay, Seidel, and Ricochet. I think that was it.
Sounds like that's probably the one that inspired the.
That was not a Jeff Hawkins style
cartoon
match,
but
it was fun.
Cartoon of Dave throwing out stars.
Oh, Dave with a fan next to himself, just fanning himself off pretty much with his notes.
I mean, I just can't comment because I didn't see the match, but
I did, and then I watched the throngs of people go up to Dave. Is that a 5-star match?
Dave's like, no, 6.